and I know you just flew in and you had a scary, it's one thing to be flying all over the place, and I know how busy you are, but you had a scary landing?
Yes, yes.
What happened?
Well, about 100 meters above landing, it took off again, which was not so fun.
No.
And they don't explain to you what's going on,
No.
so you're like, is someone shooting at us?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. So
Yeah. You'll want to at least hear the pilot go, oopsie, something kind of just, so it's not a serious thing, like.
Exactly.
And what had happened? Did they explain?
They explained that the airplane ahead of us didn't clear the runway soon enough, which I was like, don't they know that earlier than right before we're supposed to land?
We thought they'd move by the time they actually,
Like they happened to see it along the way and then take off again. It was not so fun.
Oh, man. And was it a good flight other than that? Like everything's fine till that one little?
Everything was cool until that moment. So
Are you
I'm very thankful to be here.
Yes, yeah, well, good. That's one thing to keep, those reminders are good, sort of. So, and are you a good flyer or no?
I'm generally pretty good. It's stuff like that, though, that sort of shakes you up.
Yeah. No, I'm never good. I used to get upset with just even, I really felt like the air thing above you. If someone next to me, I thought it was taking power away from the plane. And people should all shut theirs off. Or you hear like the cart of food coming down the aisle. I'm wondering what that noise is.
Yeah.
I'm not a good flyer.
Well, it's just like, I have absolutely no idea how it works, how the plane works.
Right.
You know, how it goes. I don't know how, like, the TV works or the phone works or anything. So, I mean, it's just sort of shocking that something that heavy can stay up.
And it shouldn't. It's too heavy.
I know, but it should.
Yeah, no. And then you're all in the tube, all breathing in each other's air. It's all wrong.
Yeah.
That we need to get to that point where we say, beam me up, and then you end up someplace else.
Agreed.
It's the future. Wasn't this supposed to be the future where we have jetpacks and we're on our own, flying around in the air?
I know.
Just like the Jetsons? That's what I grew up thinking was going to be the future.
And you get dropped off at school, remember,
Exactly.
Judy?
Yeah.
Those good days.
Anyway, and now and Jude Law was here the other day.
Yeah.
And he's the sexiest man alive, you know. That's what they say.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Isn't he? And not only sexy, he's just as nice as can be.
I mean, he's physically beautiful, and then, you know, it's 10 times that because of what he's got inside him. He's a good person.
Yeah, no, he's a really great guy. And so did you have fun? That movie is really, really intense. Did you have fun working with him? Was it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Mike Nichols, who directed it, is just one of the wittiest people of all time. And so he kept the jokes flowing, and that sort of inspired all of us. So we lightened up the material. But the material itself is very funny, too.
Yeah. Well, you're fantastic. You're so good in everything. You were great in Garden State, by the way.
Thank you.
You're great in everything. And in this, now, was that intimidating to you? She had to learn how to pole dance in this. Had you done that before?
Yeah.
A lot?
All the time.
Yeah.
My 23 years, I've spent most of my time pole dancing.
Right.
Yeah, it was much more difficult than I expected. It was really intense. It takes a lot of upper body strength, and you know, you just watch it and it's so sexy, and you forget about all the strength and skill it takes.
There was one girl that was upside down, holding herself with her legs in the air, which is really
complicated.
Yeah. And so, and how long did you? And are there lessons?
I took lessons for about a month, and I mean, I just don't understand how those girls. I left and I was bruised everywhere and sore in my arms. I was like a little baby afterwards. And
well, you must work out or something, because you're very limber. Because there's a couple of scenes where you had to do some stuff that you must do yoga or something.
I don't do yoga. I've danced. I took ballet like all growing up, and so that wasn't. The pole dancing was the most difficult part. I have great respect for those women.
Yeah, and the women in the scene with you, were they real?
Yes, they were real strippers.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was really amazing to watch that. How I mean, I had to learn for the show. We got a pole as a joke one day when I opened, and I thought, oh, it'll be easy, and I went flying around on the ground. I ended up.
It's a skill.
Yeah,
it is.
And you also, when I was growing up, I read that you wanted to be a veterinarian. Is that you wanted to work with animals?
I did. I've always loved animals, and when I was little, that was my dream.
Me too. That's what I wanted to do. And then someone, I don't know
where we ended up. It's so sad.
I know that we
with
both
people,
yeah,
not with animals.
Well, some of them are animals, don't you find? Now this is your dog. Why is this a shot that we have that you left it in the car, or
what is that?
I don't know. Do you know this picture? Is this your dog?
That is my dog, but how is that picture?
Well, if you give us $500, you can have it back. No, it looks like the dog's been kidnapped or something. Look at it, just all by itself in a car. You don't know where we got that?
I've never seen that picture before.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's so weird.
What kind of dog is
creeped
this?
out
It's
right
cute.
now. He's a mutt. He looks sort of vicious in that because
Well,
the eyes, it's red eye. We need a little pen
He looks
for
like
that.
he's about to drive off in a minute. He's by himself in that car. All right, we have to take a break, and we'll be right back right after this. We're back with Natalie Portman. And I don't know how you have time to do this. You're acting all the time, and you just graduated from Harvard?
Yes, a year ago I graduated.
How'd you do that?
I worked in the summers, like most people have summer jobs. I just, I'm lucky enough to have a summer job that's acting, and I was in school during the year. It was amazing.
Did you go to school? You actually went to classes?
No, I graduated without going to
but
classes.
I mean, you can get these courses. I mean, you went to class? What was that like for people to...
Well, I mean, at school, everyone was so accomplished in their own diverse ways that it was, it was amazing. Everyone was sort of a star in their own field.
Wow.
It was really cool.
And what did you get a degree in?
Psychology.
Psychology. And that's good to have in this business. Figure people out right away.
Yeah.
Now, and are you planning on doing anything with that, or you just wanted to?
I don't think I could be a psychologist. I don't think I'm patient enough. But I mean, it's helpful with everything. It's a nice way to go around the world, sort of like observing people and trying to think what they're thinking and figure out why they do the things they do. It's a nice way to.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to figure that out. I'm looking at people all the time going, I don't get it. So now, and you've been, how old were you when you started working?
I was 11 on my first film.
And that was The Professionals? Was that the first
Professional.
one? Wow. And then, of course, in Star Wars, here you are in Star Wars with some nice hairdos. And then, wow, and how long would it take to do something like that to yourself?
To yourself?
Yeah. No.
A lifetime.
Yeah.
To have someone else do it for you, it takes a couple hours.
God. Well, that's pretty patient to sit still for that long.
I'm not that good at it. I'm very wiggly.
Wow. Well, and I was saying this during commercial, like every time I see you, I never recognize you because you're so, you disappear into these roles. You're so good. And everything I see you in, I just think you're fantastic. And so Closer is playing in theaters right now. We'll be right back right after this.